Welcome to another Warbroker's Tips and Guides video. In this episode, I'll tell you about 12 aspects of inventory management that took me years to discover. Hopefully some of them can make you faster and more efficient when dealing with your inventory. Before getting to the 12 things, here are a few inventory basics. First, for backpack capacities. Having no backpack gives you 12 inventory slots, a light backpack gives you 16, a medium gives you 20 and a heavy backpack gives you a whopping 32 slots. Next, there are 3 ways to grab or move inventory items. From the gameplay screen, you can grab items using the F key. When on the inventory screen, you can drag items to and from various locations, but there are also many right-click shortcuts. And finally, before getting to the 12 things, when I say the selected slot, gun, or weapon, I mean the keybind slot currently selected or the gun in it. So for example, the 2 slot is the selected slot here, which is obvious because the AK is being held and is in the 2 slot with the highlighted AK icon below. Number 1. The first thing you might not know is that all items in the ground box can be grabbed by right-clicking on them. Items right-clicked from the ground should go to the same place they would if you grabbed them with the F key from the gameplay screen as seen here. I haven't tested each item, but I also haven't noticed any differences. Also, the only way to get items back to the ground is to drag them. Number 2. When the health slot is empty and you right-click on a health item in inventory, that puts the item or items into the number 6 health keybind slot. However, when any item or items are already in the 6th slot, right-clicking on any health item in inventory activates it and heals you. Or, in the case of the energy drink, activate super speed, shown by the appearance of the vertical bar. Number 3. You should notice that the health inventory and keybind slots hold 2 same health items each, and you can drag them all to the ground. Right-clicking inventory health items can leave you with multiple singles of the same items taking up extra inventory slots. First, try to avoid ending up with multiple singles that take up extra slots. Use up single items first if you have them. But when you do have multiple singles, they cannot be combined by dragging them directly to each other. To combine them, drag one of the 2 to the ground, then drag or right-click it back to inventory and they'll combine with the other single of the same type. As for combining ammo boxes in the same way, it has worked, but mostly hasn't. So I wouldn't waste time trying. I also haven't succeeded in combining grenade items by dragging them directly or by moving them from the ground, even when the total number should fit into 1 slot. So I wouldn't waste my time trying that either. Number 4. Something that does work for grenades is right-clicking on any grenade items in inventory switches those grenades with the ones in the 5 keybind slot. Number 5. If the weapon in the currently selected slot is compatible with a weapon attachment in inventory, right-clicking on the attachment will equip it on the weapon. Number 6. You can drag attachments from one weapon directly to another compatible weapon. Incompatible attachments go to inventory or to the ground if inventory is full. If both weapons have attachments compatible with the other, the attachments switch. If the dragged attachment is compatible with both guns, but the other attachment is not compatible with the first gun, the incompatible attachment falls to inventory or the ground. If the dragged attachment is incompatible with the other gun, but the second attachment is compatible with both guns, you get a duplication bug. If neither attachment is compatible with the other weapons, the dragged attachment just falls to inventory or the ground. One related side note. You can switch main guns in the 2 slots by dragging one to the other, and as you might expect, all the attachments move with the guns. Number 7. Attachments can be dragged from the ground directly to a compatible weapon, but when inventory is full, it won't allow it. You need to empty one inventory slot, drag the attachment to the weapon, and then you can put the removed item back in inventory. Number 8. Notice the 4 icons below the player image. From left to right, the icons represent a backpack, head armor, chest armor, and leg armor. Armor and backpacks can be put on the body using the F key from the gameplay screen or by dragging or right-clicking from the ground box. Backpacks can't be removed, but if you want to give your armor to a teammate or take it off for any reason, drag it to the ground from the icon. Number 9. Duct tape can be used to repair armor. To use it, drag the tape to an icon with damaged armor. One roll of tape adds 25%. Damaged armor can be identified by the color in the icon. The color in the head armor icon here is full, and so is not damaged. The chest armor is damaged, so tape can add 25%. The player has no leg armor, so there's a red bar at the bottom. Backpacks can't be damaged, so the color in the icon shows how much of the capacity is used. Number 10. In Battle Royale and Survival modes, binoculars sit in inventory and the 7 slot at the same time. In special event modes, a special ability is in the 7 slot, but when the binoculars are there, they can be used by selecting that slot and right-clicking. You can also use the binoculars by selecting any empty slot that gives you fists and right-clicking. Number 11. While I have noticed rare inconsistencies where sidearms, melee weapons, grenades, and health items go when you right-click them from the ground is simple. Sidearms go to the 3-key bind slot. Melee weapons go to the 4th slot. Grenades go to the 5 slot if it's empty. If full, they go to inventory. Health items go to the 6th slot if not full or if there's one of the same item. And if full, they go to inventory. Where main weapons go is a little more complicated since they have 2 slots. When slots 1 and 2 are both empty, regardless of which slot is selected, right-clicking on a main weapon on the ground will always put it in slot 1. When one of the 2 slots is empty, doesn't matter which one or which slot is selected. Clicking on a main weapon on the ground will fill the empty slot. When both slots 1 and 2 are full, if slot 1 is selected, right-clicking on a main weapon on the ground will swap weapon 1. If slot 2 is selected, it will swap weapon 2. If slots 3, 4, 5, or 7 are selected, clicking on a main weapon on the ground will always swap out slot 1. In case you didn't catch all the details, here is a table to study. Number 12. As for dragging main weapons into the 2 slots, my recommendation is to right-click them instead. Where dragged main weapons end up is pretty complicated depending on which slots are full and empty, which slot is selected, and where you drag the weapon to. There are too many variations. I thought about showing you all the combinations, but instead, I am just giving you this table to study and experiment with if you really want to learn. Well, that's it. Thanks for watching and I hope it was helpful. For more Warbrokers tips and guides videos, please like and subscribe.